Hey yo, Miggy, what's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Miggy Talks. I'm your host with the most, Miggy, aka the slickest of Ricks, aka the chosen one, aka Obama's long lost son. Now, I like to start this episode off with giving you a little refresher about last episode when I talked about the ghosts in our bathroom back at the dorms from last year, where I knocked over the shampoo when I was in the other room talking to my roommate. Well, I've been living in this new dorm this year for probably about almost a month right now. And already I've noticed that there's a couple really weird sounds that have been happening, random things that have been falling off of shelves and stuff here. And I just noticed that there's probably a ghost up in here as well. Now, here's the crazy thing. I don't know if it's a human ghost. I talked with a couple people and they all kind of tell me that they think it's like a cat ghost, maybe. I do not know. But what I do know is that they are very mischievous. And well, one of the instances that happened actually is at the foot of my bed, I have this air humidifier. And I was just sitting down on my bench eating some food. I was all by myself. All of a sudden, my air humidifier, which has been propped up on the corner of my bed for the past a week and a half, just fell randomly. Then there was another time where this was a couple days ago. I was talking to somebody on the phone and I was on my bed, and then all of a sudden I heard my shampoo drop from my table, which has been sitting up there for a couple hours now. And then very recently, and this was probably the closest encounter that I've had to this ghost, I was cooking food, and to the right of the sink where I wash dishes and stuff is the window with blinds. Now, the blinds have been turned in the way so that they're closed. So, you can't look out, nobody can see in. And the windows are closed, there's no draft or anything. All of a sudden, I hear like a rustling, and one of the blinds gets pushed back into the windowsill. And then I swear, I saw something like it looked like it ran right behind all the blinds. And I was thinking to myself, whoa, like, what the heck is that? And then there's also other times where my microwave started bugging out on me sometimes. So from my perspective, from what I can tell, I believe this ghost, I'm going to name him Jeff just because, it's one of the first names that comes to my head. I believe Jeff is not a human ghost, probably some cat ghost or something like that. I don't know. But as of right now, I'm pretty sure he's a cool spirit, like he's not doing anything to harm anybody in any way. So, for the time being, Jeff is my homie. Now, in this week's version of the news, I really, really would like to capitalize on talking about the Amazon rainforest. Now, this is something that's been going on for a little while now, and why this is so important, and why people need to understand that this fire is destroying the Amazon rainforest at about 1.5 football fields every minute of every day. Now, the Amazon rainforest is also known as the lungs of the world because it gives about 20% of the oxygen that we breathe in the world. And if this fire keeps going on, it could eventually turn into a savanna, emitting carbon dioxide instead. Now, if this were to happen, the rate of global warming is probably going to go up by so much. Now, this is really good. Do I believe that global warming is a thing? Yes, I do. And it's kind of scary because I feel like as the world advances as a race, like with all these new cars coming in that are permitting carbon dioxide, and a lot of people, like, they don't really care about the environment. Like, we need to care about this environment. This is our world. This is our earth. This is our home. Humans are destroying it little by little. And this is even bigger point. This is kind of like completely off grid, but I want everybody to think about this. What if when that meteor came and wiped out the dinosaurs, what if that were a spaceship and we were the aliens? Because when the dinosaurs were here on Earth, everything was kind of in balance. There was no factory or carbon dioxide emitting things going into the air that are destroying this Earth. Like how us humans, I feel like are destroying the Earth the most. So if we are destroying the Earth, does it make sense? Like, are we even supposed to be here as a human race? What if we're supposed to be somewhere else? But something happened and we're here because we're not making the earth a better place in a sense. We're destroying this earth little by little. So what if we were the aliens that came and destroyed the natural life, which were the dinosaurs here? I don't know. Food for thought. Think about it. Straight a girl, you're the best that there could ever be. And just for you, I'm working hard to be a better me. I don't play games, girl, that's all you need to understand. I'm taking time, cause I wanna be a better man. Alright, now let's talk about some music. So this week, I decided to add a couple more songs to my playlist. First one being Babysitter featuring Offset by The Baby. Now, why do I like this song? Well, it has a super, super good flow. Lyrically, it's very creative. It all kind of makes sense, ties into each other. And this is something that I like to listen to, especially before my practices. It's another one of those hype up songs, because getting hyped up before practice or before a test or before pretty much anything, even getting out of bed, I'd have to get hyped up for. And the best thing to do that is to listen to something that's bumping, something that has flow, something that really bobs your head up and down, that you can just zone into and get lost. And this is definitely one of those types of songs. Next song I'd like to talk about is 90210 by Travis Scott. Now, I'm a huge Travis Scott fan, and this is probably one of my favorite songs. This is off of his Rodeo album. And what I really like about this song is that it has a lot of transitions, but the transitions are really smooth. And this is the type of song where I can go out in my truck, lay in the back, plug into some headphones, stare up at the stars, and just kind of get taken to another world, another state of transcendence, I guess you could say. And Travis Scott does a really good job of doing that in all of his music. If you really take the time to kind of drift away, have your soul go into another dimension and just, vibe out for a little bit. Forget about all your worries, forget about all your stress. Be there in the moment, listen to what he has to say. And the music video for this song is also extremely good. I think it probably should have won like a VMAs or something like that, but it's really good. Highly recommend you check out this song. Now, this last and final song that I have for all you guys this week is On the Level by Mac DeMarco. Let me tell you about my boy, Mac DeMarco. His music is insanely good. It's so good. It's not hip hop, okay? It's not hip hop, but it's banned in a new school way that's hella trippy. Banned in a new school way that's hella trippy. Now, this song is a song that I play when I'm driving on the freeway, and preferably like in Long Beach or something like that. And the sun is just about to start, it's just setting. The sky is a nice golden pink, and I'm just driving down and I'm looking around, and I can't do anything but just smile and be happy and enjoy life. This is the kind of song where you just have all the vibes are right. You're with the right people. You're cruising down the street. It's the right time of day, right time of hour. You had a very productive day. Everything is just can't be beat. So you just got to put that icing on the top. And that is this, On the Level by Mac DeMarco. You're welcome. All right, now in this segment, it's all about the questions that you have or ideas that you have that I ask for you guys to give me on my Instagram, and I talk about them. Now, This first question comes from baby.g4, and she asks, why you want to be a rapper? Why do I want to be a rapper? Well, to keep it nice and simple, it all started when I was in my sophomore year of high school, and I found out about this friend of mine who he was a rapper, and he showed me some of his songs, and I listened to it, and I was like, damn, bro, like, this is complete trash. Like, I'm not even a rapper. I bet you I could rap better than this. So before you knew it, I decided to actually make a song, put it out on my YouTube, and before I know it, everybody was telling me, hey man, you got really good flow. You could actually probably do something big about this. So I kind of started, doing it as a joke at first, not really taking it very serious. I just wanted to, put some more songs out there, just be creative with it. And then after a while, I started building a little bit more of a fan base. And I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to take this a little bit more seriously. So, a couple years later, here I am in college, and I'm working on my first ever rap album. So, yeah. All right. Now, this next question comes from OG22 Mo. And he asks, would you live on Mars? Would I live on Mars? Most likely not. I mean, Earth is kind of just, Earth has it for me. There's more people here on Earth than Mars, that's for sure. I know there are, like, NASA's doing some type of thing where I think they want to put people on Mars, but it's like a one-way mission, and there's a couple of volunteers that have said that they're willing to do that. I mean, good for them, but I don't know. I would not want to live on Mars. Next subject comes from my homie John CX, and he wants me to talk about brainwashing. Now, brainwashing, I mean, there's a bunch of conspiracies we could get into about brainwashing. I think probably one of the biggest ones is the government. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that goes on in the government that they don't tell us about, and they don't want us to know, because if we do know, then I don't know, people might start going crazy or something like that. Like, take Area 51, for example. Aliens, Area 51, completely, nobody can get into Area 51. Nobody knows anything about Area 51 or what they're holding back there. So I'm sure that if people did find out what they were holding back there, I mean, people probably start going crazy or something like that. I don't know. Government's pretty crazy. Now, next question comes from young_KJ. And she asks, thoughts on equality? Now, I think if you're a human, you are bound to human rights. You are free to do whatever you please. Some people may agree with this, some people may not. At the end of the day, I'm just going to worry about me. You just going to worry about you. Some things that I may agree on that you may disagree with. Some things you may agree on that I disagree with, but at the end of the day, you're still a human. I'm still a human. Just go live the life that you have to live. You only have one life to live, so why not live it the way you want to and do what you got to do to get by. And now this last one is by @Macy Kisselberg, and she wants me to talk about loyalty. Now, what is loyalty? Well, plain and simple, I think loyalty is the exact definition of love. Love, I don't believe, is a feeling. I think that feeling you get when you're with somebody that you really, really care about, yeah, it's easy to label that as love, but everybody knows that, if you're in something serious, that feeling is going to go away at some point. And then it comes to temptations to try to find that feeling in another person. But that is not what love is. Love is the loyalty. Love is when you don't have that spark that you had in the beginning, but you're still loyal to this person because you care about them, because you want to provide for them, and because you just want them to be happy just like you are. And that's what I believe loyalty is. I think loyalty is love. And if there is no loyalty, then there is no love.
Let's go! Man, all I wanna do is get up, hit a lick with my bro, fix my collar, fix my hair like I'm late for a show. And shawty says she love me, better keep it on the low. Always icy like a buzz down, wide on go.
All right, now for this last segment of this episode, I would like to talk about the quote of the day, which is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Everybody has a talent at something. For me, it was baseball. When I was 2 years old, my mom took me in the backyard of my aunt and uncle's house in Ohio, and she set me up, and I was hitting the ball, and it was obvious that I had some special deal with being able to hit the baseball. Now, it's cool to have that talent. Definitely, it puts me ahead of a good handful of other people that would want to play baseball, but I also had to work hard at it. I had to recognize what I was good at, which was my talent, and work to perfect that talent. Because at the end of the day, if you think you're good, but you don't put in the work, but somebody else who wants your spot may not be as talented from the get-go, can still outwork their butt off to overcome you and get that position that you thought you had, but now is theirs because they decided to put in that extra time and that extra effort to work for you. So this motivation for this week is to work hard, put in 110%. Don't settle for mediocre. Don't settle for the minimum. Go out, show out, do what you got to do, and get done what you have to get done, because at the end of the day, hard work will beat talent when the talent doesn't work hard. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Miggy. Thank you for tuning in to today's podcast. You can find my Instagram and my Twitter at MiggyLBC. That's MIGGYLBC. If you go there and follow, I will be posting questions for you guys that you have for me to talk about, and I'll give you guys a free shout out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Exposure Gang. That's XPOZRGANG. And go ahead and search around on my channel. Check out all my rap videos. Give me some support. Shout me out. And let's build this gang and let's get this going. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. Damn, I think it's hella crazy. I told myself no, but then I thought maybe. I don't know what happened, like I woke up from a nap. I looked down at my phone and I got up and it snapped. Yeah, what's going on? I know I got my goals, but aches and pains remind me that my heart still got holes. Now I'm acting different and I think it's really strange. I got some nervous that